At last, the eagerly awaited Beretta 1301 Comp Pro. Hi guys, this is Racknload, and if you cast your minds back to March of this year, 2019, I got a video of this particular shotgun at IWA in Germany. It's where they actually launched this shotgun, where they released it, launched it. Major hype about it there. Got a video, go check that out. But to be fair, there's no need to, because I'm going to pretty much cover everything here. But that was one of the Beretta guys telling me all about this thing. A bit of a raw video that was. And I've also got a video uploaded, which obviously rolling footage from that as well, of me testing this, a range time video, Racknload range time video, just putting this thing through its paces. Oh boy, did I put it through its paces. Yeah, I seriously did, still dirty, not even cleaned it. Look at that, I better clean it up before it goes back to GMK. Thanks very much GMK, kindly on loan from them. This is one of the first in the country, and they've kindly sent it to me to hopefully not break it. No, I didn't really say that. I don't break things, so things just sometimes break when I've got them. Anyway, I won't say any more about that. That's a totally different video. I think I'll do like an outtake video. Anyway, right, so, well, what I'll do is I'll throw out the specs about this thing, and we'll sort of take some real close-ups and really dig deep and have a closer look at this thing. Unfortunately, I haven't got the original 1301 comp with me. I was going to get one, but the guys where I sort of borrow stuff from, they'd only got one left in stock, and they were umming and ahhing whether someone was coming to get it. So I'll roll in photographs to sort of compare bits that have slightly changed with this one. So anyway, first of all, specs. So this thing is weighing in at 3.2 kilos, okay, kilograms. That's obviously empty. Overall length is 47 inches. Capacity 10+1. The barrel is a tri-alloy metal barrel. It's got a 10 by 8 millimeter, when I can say it, 10 by 8 millimeter stepped rib, okay, 24 inches in length. Again, I'll show you more about that in a minute. Yeah, capacity 10+1, like I said, length 47 inches. And it's got quite a lot of new bits that the old 1301 comp hasn't. Probably the most obvious is that it comes with a magazine. Hooray, the pennies dropped. Because guys that bought the 1301 comp, the original one, basically had to buy an extended tube, okay? Which was a complete pain in the backside. Not only was it just extra pennies that you've got to shell out, but it's just, you know, the hassle of doing it. You know, you want something good to go straight out the box. So, and this is pretty much, well, it is really good to go straight out of the box. So what we'll do, we'll have a real sort of good close-up. You know, you guys that are obviously watching this, you're umming and ahhing about buying one. That's why I'm here. It's kind of my job to, you know, help you decide. So you'll get an unbiased review here. I'm not in the pocket of anyone, any company. Sorry, I'm just dusting at the same time. So let's take it from the top then. We'll take it from the recoil pad end. Now this is quite interesting. So first of all, you'll notice kickoff. It's got the Beretta kickoff system. Now what's the kickoff system? Basically what it is, it's 3 dampeners in here. So you know, like the dampeners you have on the shocks of your car, it's pretty much like that. There's 2 here, okay, that basically they absorb the first stage of recoil, if that makes sense, and they've got return springs as well, so they can, no matter how sort of fast you're shooting the gun, they sort of go back to where they are, like in a blink of an eye. Okay, the third dampener is actually in the stock bolt, okay, which basically, you know, is inside there. So you've got like a car shock absorber there, one long one there, and then you've got two here as well. And obviously a real soft recoil pad as well. That is really cool. But not only that, and this is what is really impressive about this shotgun, let me just spin it around without knocking any of my set over, is you've got what's called the Be Steady system, okay? And that is this bit here. Now that bit is actually soft rubber, okay? Really sort of squidgy, soft rubber. And I don't know whether you'll be able to see it, whether I can do it on camera, whether you'll be able to see it. But if I sort of hold it, I don't know whether you can see there. It's dead hard to do on camera because I'm sort of having a chest workout here as I do it. But if I pull on the stock and hold the pistol grip, all this section is flexing like that. I don't know if you can see it or not. I can't really hold it up and do it. But yeah, it's basically all that is soft rubber and the whole of that section can flex. That's my workout for the week. That is really cool. So basically you've got two dampeners there, one dampener there, nice soft recoil pad and that flex system. That is really, really cool. And it does make a bit of a difference. It really does. I think what would really, really help this shotgun as well, and I was kind of tempted to fit one, was a muzzle brake, just to, you know, obviously it's not got one now, it's just got the extended choke, but a muzzle brake would really sort of keep this gun really, really controllable. I mean, it is anyway, but with a muzzle brake, it really would, it just help that tiny, tiny bit more. But wow, what an interesting stock. You know, you've got all those features just in the stock, and that is really cool. So that is the kickoff system. You know, it's quite a bit sort of very technical, mechanical stuff going on in there, you know, but it's a real good feature, and it does make a difference. It was quite funny actually because of rolling footage, but I sort of shot my Stoker M3K. Now this is obviously way cheaper than the Beretta. This thing is like sub 500 quid. And I went from the Beretta to this, and oh my God, this was banging my cheekbone. It was knocking me about compared to this thing. So it was quite sort of interesting to switch from one to the other. And God, could you feel the difference with the M3K? You know, because obviously it's just a hollow sort of synthetic stock with a recoil pad. You know, suck it and see basically, and man up with that thing. But no, the 1301 Comp Pro really does soak up the recoil. And as you can see in the footage, I was pushing all sorts of stuff through this. High-end bird shot, you know, buckshot, slug shot. I was sort of chewing slug shot through this thing, and it's heavy loads basically. And it was, my shoulder was cool. There was nothing wrong with it, you know, until I picked up that M3K and that started battering me. But no, really comfortable. And I'm a lefty as well, and I just had no problems with this as well. This shotgun, it was just really comfortable. You have got, back to the stock, well, we're still sort of, it's all relevant, recoil, you know, while we talk about the stock. So you can see that that Be Steady system is basically just rubber, soft rubber all the way round. It's quite interesting how the whole stock flexes. I can't do it. Sort of, you get the idea. All that section just sort of flexes, and then you've got like this sort of grippy sort of rubber. It's not too soft or anything. Sort of rubber cheek piece there, just to, you know, aid a bit of grip on the stock and whatnot, and a bit more comfort. Moving on to the pistol grip. Well, actually, I've actually got a sling swivel hole there. Not that you'd probably want to throw a sling on this particularly, or with it being a competition shotgun for practical shooting. But, you know, each to his own. I guess that's just standard, you know, when they mould the stocks, I guess. Beretta's logo on the underside of the pistol grip, like so. And then, comparing it to the old 1301, gone is that, I call it quite abrasive checkering. Probably the sharpest checkering I've seen on any gun, the old 1301. Literally, God, you could sort of, I don't know, you could sort of file metal with the stock, with the checkering on it. It was that sort of sharp. It was, you could sort of grate cheese on it. It was, you know, very effective, nothing wrong with it at all. You know, it was, you got your hands around that thing and they were literally glued to it. It was really good. But that's gone on the new Comp Pro. Basically, you've got like the overmolded, rubberized stock and pistol grip. So it's almost, if you look dead closely, there's all like a, it's hard to get on camera, really sort of fine stippled finish. And then same with the fore end as well. And you've got basically Beretta's logo there. If you just sort of see it like that as I roll it around, sort of wrap around the bottom of the fore end. Really nice. It's quite interesting. It's got aqua on there, so I guess it's really good in wet conditions. I haven't used it in wet conditions, but it would. I'm getting this dirty look. Really effective. It really would stick. I mean, like I say, it's not as sharp as the original checkering on the 1301, but I kind of like it. You know, it feels good. It's wide enough. I can't really fault it. You know, it is what it is. It's they've got to sort of move on, I guess, from checkering. I mean, you don't see a great deal of checkering on guns now. I mean, well, no. So I'm just looking at my 1301. I mean, looking at my M3K even. There is checkering there. I mean, that's almost sort of smooth. But I mean, on that, I've put like grip tape. Just to aid that, because I found that weren't amazing. Even put some on the top there. I mean, that's just mods that I've done. And I know I'm sort of jumping over to that one, but I don't know, a lot of guns now, you're not seeing so much checkering. They're sort of tending to go sort of over molded, or on like air guns, they're calling it soft touch, where it's like a wooden stock, where it's over molded with like a rubber coating. But no, I like that. You know, I think it's quite nice. You know, I do particularly like the how they've done the logo, how they've wrapped it around there. I think that does look really cool. That would look cool in blue, don't you think? Or is that just me? Probably is just me. Right, moving on to the actual receiver. Blue adonized finish. That's not Cerakote. It's adonizing. So basically controlled rusting, if you want to get technical, but really nice. Don't worry, it's not rusty, but adonizing is actually a controlled rusting, so just in case you didn't know. But that does look cool. It really does look cool in Beretta blue. Pretty much standard like on the old 1301. It's drilled and tapped, so you can throw on a rail if you want to sort of you know, put an optic on, red dot sight, whatever, you know, if you're sort of shooting, what is it, open class, you know, whatever, it's down to what you're doing, basically. Just show you the other side of it before we get to the sort of real interesting stuff that people are going to want to know about. But there's a, you know, 1301 Comp on there, 12 gauge. Made in Italy. That's my Italian accent, not very good. The trigger is basically the same trigger, same safety catch as what you get in the original 1301. Crossbolt safety, oversized, very positive. It's got grip on it as well, which is nice. It's not operating because it's not cocked. So there we go. So there's your safety catch. Really nice. Okay, let's just decock that. Trigger is very, very nice, very comfortable. What I've found as well, again, I'm comparing it to the M3K. I couldn't get hold of a Benelli SP. I was hoping to get hold of one of them to sort of really sort of throw out different options on here. But I found with, I don't know whether you can sort of compare them. I found with the M3K, not that anyone's probably interested in the M3K because I'm doing a review on the Beretta, but I found the reach with this, and I've got fairly sort of big hands, it just feels like a bit of a reach to the trigger compared to the Beretta. So different shape, pistol grip, I guess. It just feels a lot, I don't know, just way more comfortable, the Beretta does. The trigger itself is really nice, really, really nice. I know, tend not to have trigger snobs in the shotgun world. Well, I'm not one anyway. Shall we pull it? Let's pull it just for fun, just for argument's sake. You know, let's see what the trigger does pull at, just out of interest. So obviously it is clear, or at least I hope so. Oh, so £4, 11 ounces on the trigger, if you're interested. That's your trigger pull. Yeah, really nice trigger. You know, I quite like the trigger. The actual trigger guard is nice. Polymer as well, just to, I guess, save weight. Doesn't bother me about polymer trigger guards. Some people it might, I don't know, it doesn't with me. Then, this is where it gets interesting. Well, the bolt handle itself is the same as the original one. I kind of like that. I think I prefer, if I'm honest, I prefer the one on the Stoker. I don't know, it just seems a bit bigger, a bit easier to get hold of. Not that it's probably any easier, but I don't know. It's probably because I'm just used to it. I just find that a bit better than that one. If my personal preference anyway. But obviously it's not broke. They didn't try and fix it because it was working perfectly well on the original 1301. Then slightly different button on your bolt release there. So I'll just demonstrate. So that does exactly what it says on the tin. Bit more sleek in design, not more, you know, on the original one it was a bit more of a bit chunkier. It seems just a little bit sleeker and sort of refined on this one. Now, this is where it gets interesting. First of all, obviously it is cut out to aid your loading, okay? But they haven't cut any more out. So it's still the same profile as the original 1301. Again, comparing it to the Stoker, let's just, this one seems cut out slightly more. I've got to hold the lifter there, look. It just seems a little bit more cut out on the cheaper Stoker, interestingly. I think with a shotgun like this, you know, a high-end shotgun, they could have cut a bit more out. I mean, you look at this, the Breeder, what is it, the 930i. I've probably got that wrong, I forgot. That shotgun that I tested, they cut literally this side of it. They cut even more out to aid loading. That's quite interesting. I really do think they should have just chopped a bit more out of this, because I know full well guys will get it done on this particular shotgun if they get one. You know, I mean, anyone that's going to buy this is seriously into their practical shooting anyway. But I don't think it's been, you know, I think they could have cut a bit more out of the loading port. The good thing that they have done, finally, on the original 1301, and again I'm gonna compare it to the Stoker, is the lifter. This is cocked, this Stoker is. The lifter doesn't stay down, so each time you've just got to keep pushing that lifter down. It's a bit of a pain, you know, when you're sort of quad loading or whatever. On the new 1301 Comp Pro, let me just fire it. When you do cock it, the lifter goes straight down. It's out of the way, done. What a lot of people used to do on the original 1301 was either braze or do a bit of a welding job on the lifter to sort of basically, you know, stop it being in the way. You know, sort of hold it up, so to speak. So that is a winner. That is an absolute winner. Let's just shift this. I promise I won't show this anymore. Promise you. I'm just sort of comparing it to it. So that is an absolute winner. It's just they should have just maybe just cut a bit more out. It'd be interesting to see on the circuit, like in say a year's time, guys that have got these, whether they have actually had a bit of a Dremel job done on it. That'll be interesting to see whether they have. You know, I don't know whether I'd be brave enough to get it done. I don't know, with that adenoised finish. Ooh, I don't know. It'd be a bit scary. But no, it's they've got that right. They've definitely got that right. It just makes loading so much easier. I've got some dummy rounds here. Don't worry, I'm not a dummy, but I've got dummy rounds here. So and loading it as well is just a breeze. I'm not gonna quad load. It is just a breeze. Maybe if you're quad loading, and I'm not great at quad loading, trust me, I'm still sort of trying to get the hang of it. Maybe you would catch on this sort of overmolded rubber forend. Maybe that would sort of hinder grip. Well, not grip. Maybe it would grip you a little bit, and that could hinder your loading. What you want is just nice smooth, you know, a nice smooth flow loading. I don't know whether that would impede that in some way, that real grippy forend. It's like aircraft tire rubber. It just grips as soon as you touch. It's, you know, quite interesting. Beretta have fixed the double load issue. Kind of hard to explain. So in a nutshell, you haven't got to worry about this thing double feeding, because it won't. It won't, as demonstrated. So one in the, I'll just do it again. One in the chamber. Let's press that. I mean, that is exactly what you wouldn't do. Is one in the chamber lock, one in the mag. Oh dear, you accidentally press the lifter. Oh, another one goes in. You're in the crap on the stage, but you're not. Pull the trigger, bang. That one's gone in, bang. You know, no problem. Them dummy shells are gone now, across the room. So yeah, absolute winner. Absolute winner. They've solved the big problem that a lot of people had, or at least feared, on the practical shotgun circuit with their old 1301 Comp. On the Comp Pro, it's sorted. Whew. Right, got that out of the way. Right, let's move along. So moving on to the back, we've kind of covered, we've covered the forend. Gas operated, by the way. So I didn't mention that. It's not inertia, it's gas operated. So you've got to keep the ports clean. This is probably one of my gripes, actually, that I'll sort of moan about in a minute. But no, the barrel is, like I said, it's the tri-alloy barrel, okay? 24 inches, you've got a 10 by 8 millimeter rib there, which is really nice. You've got a rear bead there, and you've got my favourite, fibre optic at the front. Really nice. Really nice. Choke wise, you get a selection of chokes. They're extended, which is nice. Beretta Benelli threads are the same. Stoger threads are the same. Just if you're interested. But yeah, that's really nice. You know, extended chokes makes things a lot easier. You can easily make sure they're tight just by tweaking them with your finger. And then you'll notice, which is an absolute great add-on, you know, as standard as well. Beretta, well done for that. Let's not go into that, shall we? You actually get the extended tube, as mentioned earlier, as standard. So you haven't got to mess about. You get the barrel clamp as standard. So this thing is good to go. Good to go. You really, well, for the price, what is the price? It's, well, I'm not going to say, because it seems to be changing a little bit each time I look at it. So I'm not going to state the price because it may be outdated. Just check your local dealer's website for prices. But I think they're around the 16 to 1700. You know, the other week they were around the 1400, and I've just checked and it's like 1700. So I don't like to say prices. But yeah, you get the Tony Systems extended tube fitted as standard. So that would be basically quite a high-end accessory to get on your shotgun. A Tony Systems tube, mag tube. So that is really cool. Barrel clamp as well. Just gives it a better look. You know, it does. The whole gun just feels really, really cool. It really nice. It's well balanced. It looks the absolute business as well. Just an awesome shotgun. Now my gripe. I've got to get my gripe out of the way. Okay, that's a Tony Systems clamp, by the way. So you've got some real cool add-ons on this as standard. So that is really cool. Really cool. Stripping this down will just be a pain. Okay. All right, not a pain, but it won't be quick. Okay. You can't just sort of undo the magazine, you know, and just strip it down. And no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to strip this thing down because you've got to take the barrel clamp off, which I'm not bothered about doing, to basically undo the magazine tube, and the spring comes out and everything, and then the fore end and the barrel will come off then to sort of clean it. That's probably my only gripe with this shotgun. But I mean, that's the same as pretty much any gas operated shotgun that's wearing a barrel clamp. You know, you've got to take it off to strip it down to clean it. So it'd be interesting to see how many rounds you could put through this before it sort of starts, you know, getting a bit iffy, so to speak. So that'd be quite interesting. Now, load wise, I was throwing all sorts of stuff through this, as you know, you've seen in the range time video, throwing some footage now. Bird shot, buckshot, slug shot. I did throw, and I always do it as a test, and I knew full well it would not work, with some super light 21 grams. Not a chance. No, I have not seen a semi-auto shotgun run 21 grams yet. Not a sausage. So this doesn't, by the way. 28, no. It won't run 28, so I put 28s through it. It didn't like them. 32s and upwards, it'll just chew through them. It will chew through them, and that's pretty much what I stuck to. Okay, maybe once it's sort of had, you know, a few thousand through it, and everything's sort of settled down and got a bit looser and, you know, slacker, then yeah, it'll maybe run some of those lighter loads. But it didn't. It didn't run the real light stuff. So, and to be fair, what semi-auto would run real light stuff anyway, you know, especially a gas operated one. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, I've really run this thing hard. I got it hot. I actually had to leave it. I put a lot of rounds through it at quite a fast pace, and I actually had to let this thing cool down because I couldn't see anything along the barrel apart from mirage. I really did get it hot. So, but no, that is the Beretta 1301 Comp Pro. I don't think I've missed anything. Like I said, this is a demo gun, so I haven't got a box or the instructions or all the other chokes and bits and pieces to show you, because it just didn't come with that. It's a bit early on at the minute as I'm doing this video. but wow, very impressive shotgun. As soon as I got it, you know, as soon as this arrived at the Rat Cave, I got it out of the box and I was like, oh my life, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And having run it as well, and run it hard, very, very impressed. Very impressed. But very, very good looking and a very well performing shotgun. We'll just let's have a look in. Let's have a look in there. Give you some close-ups. Like I said, I'm not going to strip it down. It's just a pain. And with this being a demo shotgun, I just don't want to strip it down at the minute. That lifter's nice. I mean, it's real sort of polished steel there, so that is nice. There is you've got your magazine follower there. That is super smooth. I mean, really super smooth to load. And with it being red as well, you can basically see that when your mag is empty. Shall I get those? Let me get those dummy rounds. Oh, there is one on the floor. I mean, I am no sort of expert at loading shotguns, but I'll do a double feed. This is how easy it is. It's just sort of almost effortless. Although I probably did, you know, make it look like a bit of an effort there. Should we do that again? Let's do it again. I was trying with like inverted commas, trying to quad load on camera when I was doing the range time video. Yeah, we'll just leave it there, shall we? But no, what a cool shotgun, guys. Seriously, very impressed with it. Really, really comfortable to shoot. You know, you've got 3 stages of recoil dampening there. Like I said, the 2 dampeners there, the 1 there. Then you've got the B steady system as well. Well, 4 stages of recoil absorption, I guess. The recoil pad, the 2 dampeners, the 3rd dampener, and the B steady system to really, really soak that recoil up. You know, like I said, probably just wants a muzzle brake, and this thing. There was, to be fair, there was a little bit of muzzle flip. You know, that I reckon that could be the angle of the stock. It does seem a little bit low. Or does it? Oh, I said I wasn't going to do it. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to compare it. Does it seem lower than? No, it doesn't actually. It almost seems. No. I don't know. I don't know. It just. This is my custom job, by the way. High caliber coatings did that. Cryptic camouflage in. I'm not going to say Beretta blue. Stoker blue. Beretta will kill me if they watch this video and see me showing a Stoker, although Stoker is part of Beretta, isn't it? Oh, well, anyway, whatever. So yeah, I think maybe a muzzle brake. Like, I mean, I've got a True Lock door buster on the Stoker. That does help with recoil, it really does. I was tempted to throw that on the Beretta just to see if it made any difference. But yeah, me personally, if I was getting this 1301 Comp Pro, I think I'd throw on a muzzle brake just to get maximum steadiness out of this shotgun, if that's a word. You know, but it is pretty damn steady. Yeah, like I said, a little bit of muzzle flip, but it's a 12 gauge shotgun. When you're pushing high energy loads through it, it is going to sort of bump a little bit anyway, isn't it? It's not going to shoot like an air gun. So, but wow, I am impressed, guys. I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the looks. I'm impressed by the feel. And I'm impressed by the reliability. And basically the operation of this Beretta. Just really, really, really nice shotgun. And I think you will see a lot of these on the competition circuit. I can hear people clicking away, putting their old 1301s up for sale online already as they're watching this video. But no, this is going to be an interesting one to keep an eye out. I'm going to get a Benelli SP in to test that, because I've always kind of liked the look of that. And when I seen this, oh, I like this. So it's red or blue, I guess. Red or blue. Yeah. But like I say, I've not tried that Benelli yet, so I will get one in on the channel just to run it, and this will be the one. I'll be sort of, this has kind of set the benchmark, the Beretta has. So when I get the Benelli in, it'll be interesting. It'll be very, very interesting. But just a great feature with this thing is that kickoff system. It really, really does make a lot of difference. Anyway, guys, that is it. That is your rack and load review of the Beretta 1301 Comp. Gone into some detail, not just a 5-minute review. You guys that are going to be putting some serious dollar down on one of these are going to want to know everything about it. So I hope I've covered everything for you. I'll throw in more. I am pretty limited on details, basically. You know, this thing is that new here in the UK anyway. Kind of limited on specs and stuff. I've got everything I pretty much can that I know about this this shotgun through sort of sifting through the internet and, you know, getting my own data on the range. But it'll be interesting to see how this thing runs. Anyway, that is it. That is Racknload. Thanks for watching. See ya.